final showdown belongs to McQuade.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the classic 1983 Chuck Norris film, Lone Wolf McQuade. The film is directed by Steve Carver and stars, of course, Chuck Norris, as well as David Carradine, Barbara Carrara, Leon Isaac Kennedy, Robert Beltran and L.Q. Jones. Now the film focuses on Chuck Norris's character, J.J. McQuade, and he is a Texas Ranger, damn it. And he's a bit of a lone wolf, hence the title. So he is a bit of a badass. He walks around with his shirt off, his shirt undone, rolling around his yard, shooting targets and drinking beer. But he's not really one for authority. So he is given a new partner, Robert Beltran, KO, who's a rookie police officer. And this pits J.J. McQuade against David Carradine's character, Rawley Wilkes, who is an arms dealer, basically, and not a very nice man. And he also happens to be a very skilled martial artist. So you know where this is heading. There's also a bit of a, love triangle going on between both of them and Barbara Carrara's character, Lola Richardson, that leads to a final confrontation between J.J. McQuade and David Carradine's nasty character. Right, what are my thoughts on Lone Wolf McQuade? Well, as I've said, as I've been reviewing the Chuck Norris films, because, it was a long time since I've seen a lot of his films, I wasn't sure which ones I had seen and which ones I hadn't seen. Well, after watching this, I'm fairly sure I've never seen this one before. I've seen clips of it on, YouTube and whatever, all that kind of stuff. But I have to say, I really enjoyed this one. I think this is definitely one of Chuck Norris's strongest films. I had a real fun time with it. Is it over the top? Yes. Is it ridiculous at times? Yes. Is it incredibly, butch and manly? Yes. It's one of those films that, if you watch, you'll grow hair on your eyeballs. It's just so manly, this film. And Chuck Norris is the epitome of, testosterone in this film. And it's just a lot of fun to watch because you don't see a lot of films like this anymore. It's just great fun. And I think what I like about this film is, Chuck Norris's character, it's a bit of a, even though he's a very honourable character and all this kind of stuff, it's a bit of a, a different kind of character. The fact that he kind of lives like a slob, he, drinks beer, he doesn't get on with his superiors, he essentially he is a lone wolf, and he's a bit of a unique character. But I actually really enjoyed Chuck Norris's performance here. I thought it was, for the most part, for Chuck Norris, it was really, really fun to watch. And he actually had, I think, pretty good chemistry between him and Robert Beltran, who you may recognise. I thought it was him out of Chips. Forgot his name now, but it's not. It's the guy who is in Star Trek Voyager, and he does look very similar to him from Chips when he's a young man. So they've got good chemistry going on throughout this film, and obviously they're throwing a bit of a love story for Chuck Norris with Barbara Carrara, who had another notable film this year. I think she was in the James Bond film. What was it? I forgot the name of that one now. For Your Eyes Only, was it? I think something like that. So they've got this, love story going on with him, and then they've got the usual, daughters in peril sort of thing, and then his mentor is killed. It ticks all these boxes that are going to trigger, Chuck Norris to kick a lot of arse in this film, and he absolutely does. I thought the action was absolutely on point here. It's just littered with explosions. It's littered with gunfights. It's littered with, fist fights. And it's just a really fun film to watch. And another thing I really quite enjoyed about this is David Carradine's character. Now, he's in it enough, this film, but I would like to have seen him a little bit more. From frame one, that David Carradine's the bad guy. And I love the fact that they actually gave Chuck Norris, a decent villain here. And the fight between them both at the end of the film was a lot of fun to watch. There's also a famous quote from Chuck Norris when he was asked once, to kind of give his opinion on David Carradine's martial arts skills. And his reply was, he's as good a martial artist as I am an actor. So take of that of what you will. But I mean, David Carradine was always also, we know he was famous for the TV show Kung Fu. I'm not 100%, but I'm certainly right in thinking I don't think he was proficient in martial arts when he started Kung Fu. While he doesn't obviously compare to the skill of Chuck Norris in this film, he does make for a legitimate villain, and it makes their final fight, if you like, a lot of fun. The anticipation for it coming, it kind of is threatened throughout the whole film. They tease it throughout the whole film. This showdown between them, and it's just fun to watch. I think his introduction into the film as well, I think, is very memorable. This ranger, on the cliff tops, taking out these horse thieves and just, firing his weapon at them and stuff. And then they're just, it's just great, just to watch him just being so cool, Chuck Norris. And it's films like this and it's performances like this, I think, why Chuck Norris, is easily considered, a legendary action actor. It's just such a fun film to watch, and because it wasn't canon, there's definitely a decent budget behind this. The production values are really sound, better than many of his, films that he did in the 80s. This is right up there in my opinion in regards to fun factor, enjoyment, production values, lack of shirts. I just love the fact that he just wanders around everywhere, and he's always dirty in this film. His ranger vehicle is always filthy. He's just all business. He just, he doesn't care if he's muddy. He doesn't care if he smooches with his lady in a pile of mud. He doesn't care if his vehicle's muddy. All he cares about is nailing the bad guys. And I just love that about this film. It borders on parody at times, but it's just... And I think anybody that watches this who didn't know who Chuck Norris was and didn't really watch a lot of early 80s action films would probably, wonder if it was a parody at times. But no, this is what proper action films were like in the 80s. And for me, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this one. This will definitely probably be making my top 10 list when I finally get round to doing my Chuck Norris top 10 list. I strongly recommend this one if you've not seen it before. If you like Chuck Norris and you like that fun, cheesy, over the top, macho, manly action film, then give this one a go. It's a lot of fun to watch. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed checking out this review. I will, of course, be back with more reviews and content on the channel very, very soon.